Okay. Hey y'all, it's your girl Sia, and I'm back with another video. Y'all, so really quick, I wanted to go over this situation or circumstance. Well, this phenomena, right? I don't know, of people like really screwing over people who are, I wouldn't even say, yeah, I would say people who help them, right? As you guys, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with some of these like TikTok things that have been going on, but you have apparently a lot more adults living with their parents than not, I guess, if that makes sense. So apparently the trend has went up by a long shot. And I know because when I was in a lesser, in a lower part of my life, and I mean, spiritually, mentally, financially, and emotionally, right? I knew quite a few adults who were able to go back home and live with their parents. And as a person that's never, I don't have parents in the same sense that I feel as though other people have parents. And so I take offense to sometimes when I see certain behaviors going on towards people's parents and the kids, right? I don't rock with people in certain aspects because I don't get it, right? In my mind, it would be like, well, I guess how I see it is at least you got a mom, right? So for me, it's coming from a complete place of lack. Not saying I don't, but I don't. Like if you look at my life is a little different than a lot, right? So the people that I meet used to meet, and I say used to, that's how you know I evolved. But used to me, for example, I knew one individual who lived with their parents. And at the time, it was like, okay, everybody's struggling. We're all trying to make it, right? But I remember the individual constantly talking bad about their parents, and I'm thinking, and then complaining about $200 worth of rent, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I remember at the time, like, first off, I wish I had a roof over my head. Let's start there. Because at that time, I met this individual when I was like, basically, I wouldn't say homeless necessarily, but I was going through a rough patch of having roommates. Okay. It was the worst. Like, I had gone, if I sat and told you guys my experiences, it's crazy. Roommating is not where it's at for me. Like, I'm good. But anywho, I was in a rough patch when I met this person, and I don't think he knew or cared, to be honest with you, but I remember him, living with his father at the time. And he used to complain and be all emotional and like mad at his dad, right? At older than me, right? Mad at his dad for his dad charging him rent, thinking that he should be able to live in the house rent free because it's his dad and yada yada yada. And I'm thinking to myself, like, at least you got a place, that's number one. And at least your if your rent is $200, bro. Like I would kill for that right now. Even now, still to this day. If somebody told me I could live in a place, well, I don't know about with a person, but if I could live in my own my a space paying $200 worth of rent and it was decent, I'm not, I don't see where the argument is. I don't see where the complaint is. And so I say all that to say, because I've been watching a lot of things, and it's very interesting to me because this isn't the first situation. This is not the only scenario, right? I'm sure you guys know plenty of people who have really put their neck on the line, so to speak, for other people, right? With the intent to help, with the intent to uplift. There was a story that I was watching too, which I thought was crazy, where this girl was helping out this homeless guy who ended up like not really changing his life. Like he had the ability to change his life, like would I mean, and didn't do it. Like basically this young girl, I mean, I say young girl, but she was a grown ass woman, but like young 21-year-old or something like that, raised like a hell of a lot of money for this homeless guy, and like put in so much effort to help this homeless guy. And obviously, ooh, hang on, y'all. Hang on.